Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Evan, and the recent Cade Cunningham news has caused some concerns, with some questioning coaching decisions. However, this is not the time to worry, as it's just preseason. In this video, I'll break down what is happening and explain why the Detroit Pistons will be just fine. With all that said, let's begin. Starting things with Cade Cunningham suffering a mild ankle sprain in practice. Per Rob Beard, Casey said the ankle is swollen but doesn't expect him to miss next week's preseason game, but followed up with saying Cade has no timetable for his return. This is a bummer and probably threw a wrench into preseason plans. Just hope Cade is okay and ready to go opening night. I don't expect him to play in the first preseason game, but I think they will try to have him play the second one though, just so the starting unit can get some in-game reps.
I was way off.
So as I'm recording this, Rob Beard posted some more quotes from Casey today. He's saying Cade won't play Wednesday and will need 2 to 3 practices before he can play a full game. With that update, Cade Cunningham probably will be out the other preseason games as well. This one does sting a bit, as he still needs to build chemistry with Killian, Grant, and Stu, but the Pistons should focus on having Cade ready to start the regular season. We need him with a tough schedule to start. The Isaiah Stewart and Ben Wallace crossover continues. Big Ben spent a few days at the Pistons training camp giving advice to the centers. Stu said he was soaking in all the knowledge he's getting. This is great, as Isaiah is and will be the anchor of our defense. Stu wasn't just working on his defense, as he was seen splashing threes with Luka Garza. We are witnessing something special here. When Stu puts everything together, he will be a force in this league. In case some of you have missed, former Michigan head coach John Belaine is a player development advisor for the Detroit Pistons. He's been working closely with Killian Hayes on shooting and where to attack defenses. This is great, since Killian just needs a reliable offensive kit to take the next step. He's also working on Cade shooting. To be more specific, he's making sure Cunningham's release is higher on 3-point attempts. This news was odd to me personally, as Cade's shot looks good, but this is nothing new with player development. For example, look at when Steve Nash was giving out shooting tips to Kevin Durant and Steph Curry. Even with how great those two are, they still are taking everything in and learning. These things seem meaningless now, but later on when Cade has to shoot a 3 over a 7-footer for the win, we'll appreciate the practice he's going through now. Coach Dwayne Casey has been the most vocal in interviews. He mentioned how participation was up during voluntary workouts this offseason. With how many workout photos the Pistons have posted, we can confirm that statement. The squad has been putting in work. This next news had the Detroit Pistons fans abuzz with this clip from Coach Casey.
Really, Killian has done a heck of a job. I think he's leading the team in assists. Today he was pushing the ball, he made the right basketball plays. He allowed, in the scrimmage today, allowed the blue team to score easily. So I love the way he's pushing the pace. So it's more, he's had the ball more so far, but I think it's going to be, because again, we have some dynamic scorers in Jeremy. Sadiq is doing a good job of scoring, so we have some scoring, but we got to have the creators and the guy pushing the ball in transition, which Cade and Killian have.
Frequent viewers of this channel knew this would be the case. Killian is a pure point guard. He's not looking to score most times. Cade is a combo guard who can facilitate, and on top of that, excels in scoring in all areas of the floor. Casey reiterated this as well, saying, "I disagree that they are the same position. This is as clear as it gets. Killian is the point guard and Cade is the shooting guard." Last important thing from Casey was questions about the lineups. He says he trusts in Bay, Stu, and Killian. Coach later stated the second unit will have more experience than the first, and he will go 10 deep this year. This to me at least confirms Killian, Cade, Bay, Stu, and Grant will be the starters opening night. Jeremy Grant was the go-to guy in his first year in Detroit, and that will remain the case this year. With all these shooters now, defenses will have to guard Jeremy with one-on-one coverage. That means his points per game will be higher, and also his assists will be up when defenses have to double. With that said, he won't have to carry as much as he did last year. Bay and Cade will help with the scoring load. Rest assured, if we need a bucket, the team is looking at Jeremy. Our final topic today is Isaiah Liver's debut. He suffered a foot injury before the draft, so he's still rehabbing that. From Liver's interview, it looks like he's aiming at November 1st, so he will be learning as much as he can from the sidelines. The Detroit Pistons are taking on the San Antonio Spurs tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, so before the game, we'll look at some matchups and things to keep an eye on. Let's start with the injury report for the Pistons. Cade Cunningham, Frank Jackson, and Isaiah Livers will not suit up tonight. Cade and Frank both have ankle injuries, and Livers is still rehabbing from foot surgery. Killian Hayes is also questionable with an ankle injury as well. The injury bug is showing us no mercy to start things off. Now let's look at the starting five for both teams. For Detroit, we have Killian Hayes at point guard, Josh Jackson at shooting guard, Saddiq Bey at small forward, Jeremy Grant at power forward, and Isaiah Stewart at center. Corey Joseph could get the start if Hayes is in fact out. Also, Hammy has a chance to start at shooting guard over Josh. For San Antonio, DeJounte Murray at point guard, Derek White at shooting guard, Keldon Johnson at small forward, Doug McDermott at power forward, and Jacob Portal at center. Looking at that lineup, they're going to rebound the basketball, so this will be a good test for our front court. Grant said he wants to be more active on the boards to help Stu. Then you have Saddiq and Killian, who had high rebound totals in Summer League. DeJounte, White, and Keldon are good at forcing turnovers, which were by far the Pistons' biggest weakness last year. Just like Summer League, preseason isn't about winning, it's more focused on team chemistry. The Pistons' focus should be limiting turnovers and out-rebounding the Spurs.
With the turn and gun it goes.
Now here are the things to keep an eye on. Starting with the backup point guards, out of Saban Lee and Kojo, look to see who does Casey rely on. Once again, the Pistons need to take care of the ball. Let's hope they stay under double digits for turnovers. The Spurs' Keldon Johnson is a hustle player. We will see if Bey and Grant can keep him off the offensive glass. Last one, can Luka Garza grab some power forward minutes? I don't see him outplaying Stu and Kelly O at center, but I can see him being better than Trey Lyles, which shouldn't be too hard. Pistons games are finally back, and so is the hype. It will be the first game back for most of the squad, so expect some rest. The injury bug has hit us now, so hopefully it leaves the team alone later on. And that wraps up this video. Hopefully Cade can get back on track. The season will be long and injuries are bound to happen, but this year's Detroit Pistons are deep and built for this marathon. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to see more videos just like this one. On the topic of subscribers, the channel has passed the 200 mark. We are gaining momentum here as we get closer and closer to the regular season. Big thank you to everyone who has liked the videos and went to the comments to share their thoughts. It's crazy how everything went from pre-draft to Summer League to now. One more shout out to Carson Claus, Everything King, and Pistons Thoughts for the support both here on the channel and on Twitter. That's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.